Hi Squirts, welcome back. This is Annie M. Today we are going to be reading Goldilocks and the Three Bears by Ruth Ainsworth. Once upon a time, there were three bears. There was a great big father bear, and a middle-sized mother bear, and a little baby bear. They lived together in a house in a wood. Every morning when she got up, the bear would make porridge for breakfast and poured it into three bowls: a great big bowl for Father Bear, a middle-sized bowl for herself, and a small bowl for Baby Bear. At first the porridge was steaming and much too hot to eat, so they did not want to burn their mouths, so they were too polite to blow on it. Father Bear said, "Let's go for a short walk in the wood while our porridge cools." So off they went. Now that day a little girl was out for a walk, very early in the same wood. She had long golden hair, and so she was called Goldilocks. Perhaps sometimes she stopped to pick a flower or listen to a bird singing. Soon she came into the little house where the three bears lived. "Oh, what a dear little house," said Goldilocks. "I wonder who lives there." She knocked on the door, and there was no answer. And she knocked again and again. She then peeped in the keyhole. But of course, three bears were out for a walk while their porridge cooled, and there was no one to open the door. "I'll just look inside," she thought Goldilocks. Though she had not been invited, no one will mind. They have not even taken the trouble to lock the door. So she opened the door and went inside. The first things she saw were the bears' three chairs. First she climbed to the father bear's great big chair. "Oh, it's too hard," she said. Then she tried Mother Bear's middle-sized chair. "Oh, it's too soft." Then she sat down in Baby Bear's little chair. "Oh, it isn't too hard and it isn't too soft. It's just right." But Goldilocks was too heavy for the little chair, and she broke the bottom out of it. Then Goldilocks smelt the delicious smell of the porridge and saw three bowls on the table. She was very hungry, as she had come out without having any breakfast. "I'll just have a tiny taste," she thought. "No one will notice. Just one spoonful." First she tried the porridge in Father Bear's great big bowl. "Oh, it's too hot," she cried. Next she tried the porridge in Mother Bear's middle-sized bowl. "Oh, it's too cold." Then she tried the porridge in Baby Bear's little bowl. "Oh, it isn't too hot and it isn't too cold. It's just right." And she ate it all up, every scrap. Then Goldilocks thought she would go upstairs to see what the bedrooms were like. She saw three beds in a row, neatly made: Father Bear's great big bed, Mother Bear's middle-sized bed, and Baby Bear's little bed. She felt like having a nap, and so first she lay down on the Father Bear's great big bed. "Oh, it's too hard," she cried. Next she lay on Mother Bear's middle-sized bed. "Oh, it's too soft." Then she lay down on Baby Bear's little bed. "Oh, it isn't too hard and it isn't too soft. It's just right." Goldilocks settled down with her head on Baby Bear's pillow and fell fast asleep. After a while, the three bears came back from their walk. As they thought their porridge would be cool enough to eat, Father Bear saw that his chair had been moved. "Someone has been sitting in my chair," he cried in his great big voice. Mother Bear saw her cushion had been rumpled. "Someone has been sitting in my chair," she said in her middle-sized voice. Then Baby Bear looked at his chair. "Someone has been sitting in my chair and has broken the bottom out," he said in his little baby voice. Then they had a good look at their bowls of porridge standing on the table. Father Bear saw that his spoon had been moved. Someone has been eating my porridge, he said in his great big voice. Mother Bear saw that someone had left her spoon standing in the bowl. Someone has been eating my porridge, she said in her middle-sized voice. Baby Bear took a look at his bowl. Someone has been eating my porridge, and they've eaten it all up, he said in his little baby voice. Let's go upstairs and look at the bedroom, said the Father Bear. And they followed him up the stairs, tramp, tramp, tramp. Father Bear noticed his blanket was rumpled. Someone's been laying on my bed, he said in a great big voice. Mother Bear saw her pillow was dented. Someone has been lying on my bed, she said in her middle-sized voice. Then Baby Bear looked at his bed. Someone has been lying on my bed, and she's lying there still, he said in his little baby voice. Now, when Father Bear was speaking, his growly voice sounded deep like thunder, and Goldilocks took no notice and went on sleeping. When Mother Bear was speaking in her middle-sized voice, it sounded like the wind in the trees, and Goldilocks took no notice and slept on. But when Baby Bear spoke in his shrill baby voice, it went right through her head, in one ear and out the other. She woke and sat up in bed. She was very surprised to see 3 strange bears looking down at her. She was out of bed in a twinkling, and down the stairs and out the door, and she never stopped running until she got back to her own home. Goldilocks had such a fright that she never went for a walk in the wood again to look for the little house, so the 3 bears were left in peace. Alrighty, thank you, Squirts, for coming in and listening to me read this Goldilocks and the 3 Bears book. I'll see you next time. Bye.